Hey Lucas.
What?
First try.
First try!
What you doing, buddy?
Put a tire on.
So we can get it on the roll-offs.
Ta-da! Hey, get the lug nuts.
Get the Ugga-Duggas.
That's me done.
All 5 of them.
Uh-oh.
Hot potato.
Where is it?
I got it. You put those ones on. Got it? I'll put them on. Other way. No, it goes the other way. This part goes on the end. There you go.
We're going to get this last tire on, then we're going to get the car on the roll-offs, then we're going to start measuring up for body templating for our track.
So while Jaden's under the car, checking ride heights and making sure everything's good, I'll explain a little bit more as to what we're doing tonight. We have this guideline chart and these body templates. So what these do is to make sure that for our series that we run here in Ontario, that all the bodies that run in the series are under the same rules. So they're all got these different heights and the templates to make sure everything fits so that nobody's got anything skewed or trying to make things faster that isn't allowed. Hey Jane, want to tell us what you're measuring?
Measuring quarter panel heights. Now that I've got my ride heights all set. Making sure everything's in check. My right rear is just a little high. So get a wrench and fix it. Make sure all the measurements are close, and this is like a fun, not so fun game of get the measurements close, then try the width templates, then try the measurements again, then try the width templates again. Go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
What are you doing, Lucas? Someone's found a mirror and for some reason wants to look at himself.
Get by me.
That's why you don't have a mirror in your mini truck.
He'd be looking at his pretty self the whole way.
All the singlies. All the singlies.
Now back to checking.
It's farting cold. It's -11 here. Hey Lucas.
What?
First try.
First try!
I think someone had a little too much sugar tonight. One measurement off the list.
Let's start.
Well, here's the next measurement Jaden's got going on.
Our super high-tech method. Those ones are good. We know it shouldn't be too far off, but with everything we've done over the off season, it's always best to double check. Once we had the body completely off, refreshing the chassis.
Well, he's checking that side. We just wanted to say thank you to everybody who commented on our last video and gave us some ideas on what to do going forward. We appreciate everybody that does send comments in, so don't be afraid to let us know what we should do or what we should do better or stop doing or whatever you got. We're open for any feedback. We are still waiting on parts for our mini truck and race car, and fortunately, transportation is a little slow.
It's not so much transportation, it's more just supply chain issues and part shortages and back orderages and frustrationages.
And all that jazz. Alright, Jane's got one template out. Wait, which one's this?
Our hood center line to make sure the hood lines up within reason. Looks good enough for the girls I go out with.
Oh, that's something nice to say.
And Lucas is going to get mad because flat surface, I'm setting stuff on there. Lucas, you gotta get out here and give me a hand.
Okay. I'm coming.
I think somebody likes his mini truck.
That is not a table.
Come on, get out and help Dad.
For parts. For what?
Oh,
That is race car
I
parts.
need my gap checker tool that's inside.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back when we don't get that.
Yes.
Got it!
What fancy tool do you have tonight?
Just a little tool that we're allowed up to a 1/4 inch gap on this template. Wherever it's got this blue line, you're allowed to be a 1/4 inch gap at the body. So I've got this little step tool that's got 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch. So as my helper holds up over there, we'll put this down across the body and we'll check. And I got a 1/4 inch there, but not a 1/2 inch. And the other side looks to be the same, so that one's good.
Thumbs up, Lucas? Now for the big one.
Yeah.
That is my help again.
She does.
Little garage problems.
Are you going to do the back side? Back side? That's good. Ding.
So correct me if I'm wrong, this one measures all the way from the trunk.
It goes all the way from the tail, across the deck lid, across the package tray, up the back window, all the way down to the cowl. The same thing, it's got various line points. When we push her down, nothing, nothing. She's nice and tight here. And we're exactly a 1/4 inch there, so we're, I guess, kind of good if you ignore the center jibber jabber space. We just won't tell Tech that. And again, this is just a quick run through so we can see what we have to adjust and what bracing we can put in place to correct our discrepancies. Ready, Lucas?
Yep.
Unfortunately, race season's kind of taken a long time to get here.
Well, it's the same amount of time every off season, just they never seem to feel any shorter.
Nope.
It doesn't help that we still don't know what division or what track we're going to race at this year. One other idea we've had since the last group of ideas is we just might pick out a couple of big money races and go do that and get some exposure at some other tracks, but who'da knows?
Experience is always a good thing.
Lucas, you know for sure, is running Grand Bend.
Gotta get more track time at Grand Bend. Right?
We did have somebody ask, they sent us a message asking at what age did Mr. Lucas start racing at? Since he's 8 years old now. What age did you start racing at, Lucas?
8.
No. How old were you when you started racing your lawnmower?
4.
4 years old.
We'll post up a picture of what he first looked like with his lawnmower, and then here's a picture, the last picture we have of him running his lawnmower. Pretty sweet little things, racing Petrolia, Ontario, and various fairs and whatnot across southern Ontario. I've had the pleasure of running that little bad boy, and it was pretty wicked. Ran on alcohol and loved 11,000 RPM, and it was wild, right, Lucas?
Yep.
Until it blew up.
So it was a crack into the engine.
Yeah.
Crack in the engine.
So then Lucas, as he ran the lawnmower and dirt track, he kept showing an interest in asphalt. He does understand dirt decently well for his age. So he got some notoriety with asphalt, and we were helping out Haley McNichol at Grand Bend Speedway, and Lucas really took a shine to helping her, and then he started doing what Lucas does, which is help everybody, right, buddy? And then that's when he caught the attention of Cleve and Tracy Ellis, and they helped him out get his mini truck, but it didn't look like this when we got it. He tore it right, all three of us tore it right down with him, and last winter he completely rebuilt it. And here's the proof of he did a bunch of his own work. He learned how to weld on it and learned how to do all that stuff. And then turned it into the truck you see here today. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, template body. So one other measurement we did off camera was our roof height. It's a little bit of a trick doing it when we have on the roll off. So essentially, what we do is we measure our roof on the center line of the roof, 10 inches back from the windshield. We have to be 48 inches total roof height. As per spec, right about there. Hard to read, but it's 47 inch minimum, 48 inch maximum. And so we did that off camera. But let's see what Jessica is doing. What you doing, Jessica?
Always putting some bolts away.
Where'd you get them darn fancy bolts?
Well, I guess that can lead to our sponsor of the night. I got these bolts from our fancy friends here at Fastenal Racing. They've also supplied us with this fancy bolt bit. Corey and his team here local at Sarnia location has helped us with bolts and gloves and any hardware you need. So feel free to contact them and see what they can help you with. They got pretty much everything from safety glasses, garbage bags, gloves, obviously hardware and all that kind of jazz.
Paint.
They got paint, zip ties. Honestly, if you go to their website, you'd be surprised to see everything they got. Corey and his team over there are fantastic to deal with.
Lucas, where will their link be? In the description down?
Whoa.
Hope you enjoyed watching our video tonight of the nice short kind of body measurements so that everything gets ready for the season. And yes, I got all the nuts and bolts put away nicely.
And according to the World Wide Web, if you can believe everything on the internet, our parts should be shipped out Monday or Tuesday, so then we'll have more mini truck content coming up. And then we're probably going to pick up some decals on Saturday, and you can enjoy seeing the struggle that we have because we can never put decals on for some reason. And Lucas usually tends to laugh at us a lot, and then we give him a pin to pop a lot of bubbles. So I think that's everything for tonight. So be sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications when we upload our next video.
Don't forget to like
And comment